Thank you. Who is that? How you doing? Thank you for that thumbs up. Happy Friday. Happy Free Fun Friday. Free for all Friday. F it up Friday, whatever you want to do. What y'all doing? Hey, Lakeitha. Lakeitha, where you been? Where you been, Lakeitha? It's Friday. I almost didn't go live to do my walk and talk. But I'm out here. I probably do like maybe 15 or 20 minutes because I don't have on my shoes. I don't have on the right shoes. I'm out working, and I'm tired. Look, listen. I understand. I understand what it's like working, and being tired. Look, you got to refresh. You got to rejuvenate. You got to replenish. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I'm glad you was able to come in here today. Today, we've been missing you. You, who else? I think Bird was in here the other day. Mad Dog and Joyelle. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Those are my keys. Let me see if I can control these keys a little bit. Okay. I think I got them under control. So happy Friday, y'all. Yeah, we missed you. I had said the other day I haven't seen Lakeitha in a while. But so I'm glad to see you today. I'm glad you're doing good. But I understand that sometimes they're working. Look, working can make you just want to get some rest, recuperate, and rejuvenate. Make you get some rest, recuperate, and rejuvenate. Who is it? Please get home before it gets dark. Hey, clever girl reading. I will. Thank you for being concerned. I appreciate that. I definitely will. I appreciate you. So what y'all got planned for the weekend? I just came on here real quick. I won't be on long. Just to chat a little bit. Encourage you guys to get up and move. I don't forget that, okay? I want you to get up and move. Remember, an hour a day. Minimum 15 minutes. Minimum. So I want to encourage you guys to move for 1 hour non-stop. 30 minutes is good. 30 minutes is good. But 15 is the minimum, okay? That's the minimum. And that's for those who are, just starting out, or they need to cut back for whatever reason until they can get back up to 30 minutes a day. And then hopefully an hour. Just non-stop though. Non-stop. Consistent movement to help increase that cardiovascular fitness, okay? Cardiovascular aerobic activities to help with that cardiovascular fitness. Yes, Lord, work and then take care. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mother and husband, I wish I could go somewhere alone and rest for my birthday. And Lakeitha, hopefully, hopefully that can happen. Or hopefully at least, maybe you can get you a good solid day to yourself. I know you probably would like to take a whole week. Take you a whole week and just, have some fun. And sometimes fun can be getting rest, okay? Sometimes you can have fun by just getting you some rest. A lot of much needed rest. You can have fun that way. But have you some fun, or at least get a break. Get a break and enjoy your birthday. So I'm wishing you an early happy birthday. Wishing you an early happy birthday. I hope so. I have a sister. She can help me out, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully she'll be able to help you out. That's good. That'll be good. So you can just, we talk about the R words, right? You can regroup, refresh, replenish your mind, body, and soul, rejuvenate, okay? Rejuvenate so that you can remember, you know, do some things that you used to do maybe during that time. And if not, just rest. Sometimes it's okay just to rest. You're welcome. Sometimes just resting is enough. Get you rewired and just re-going again. Kind of reset you. Yes, those R words are needed daily, right? And you can use one of them or any combination of them. Because you want to release that stress, that tension, the stuff that you feel like is kind of weighing down on you. Release, relate to the things that you can, resolve the things that you can, the things you can't relate to, the things you can't resolve. Hopefully resolution will come naturally, okay? Remember who you are. Remember who you used to be. Remember where you want to be and who you want to be. And if you're just fine the way you are, again, remember who you are, right? Replenish, refresh, hey, refocus, regroup, all right? Reinvent yourself if you want to. Or if you don't want to reinvent yourself, reinvent some things about you. That's why I talk about revisiting some things that you used to do that were positive, and for whatever reason you just haven't done them in a while. Do those things again. Get back into doing those things again. So remember and revisit. Refocus. Replenish that heart, mind, body, and soul, right? Restart. Refocus, regroup, reset, and restart. Those R words, listen, the R is a great letter, okay? R is a great letter. So that's why I like to focus on over here, the R words. You know, we think about that word self, S-E-L-F. We think about the word self-love, self-commit. Self-commit yourself to yourself, right? Self-esteem, work on your self-esteem. Self-improvement. What are some things you would like to improve? Maybe not even on yourself, but you would like to improve doing. And we got to be selfish sometimes. Selfish can be a negative word in a lot of cases, but there are times when the word self or selfish, they're okay. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. You know, of course, we want to be selfless. We want to be selfless. We want to be, it shows a sign of being caring, you know, empathetic. But sometimes it's okay to be selfish. Take some time for yourself. Yes, self-improvement, self-love, self-commitment, self-dedication, right? I think Joyelle said reconstruct. When we were talking about those R words, she said reconstruct yesterday. That was a good one. Sometimes you do want to reconstruct some things, rebuild. But as far as self, yes, self-improvement. You know, I was talking about that yesterday. So many people say they just want to be a better them for the new year. And from what they've been doing the same old thing though. They've been doing the same old thing. Now, sometimes you can do the same old thing when it comes to your health and fitness, but like personality-wise, I think when we say we want to improve, we're going to have to change a little bit. There was a reason we said it. And I see a lot of people who said it, but they aren't doing it. They aren't doing it. So it's okay to be selfish. You know, you want to take care of yourself. Self-improvement, self-love. Know your self-worth. All right, be dedicated, self-dedication. Because we put family first. If you're like me, you put God first, then family. Okay? God first, family and work. But in order to take care of family by going to work and doing the other things that you do to take care of family, you got to take care of yourself. You've got to take care of yourself. You got to slow down, pump the brakes, slow down. Pump your brakes and slow down. And take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with being selfish from time to time. It's just like you were talking about getting some time away for your birthday, right? That's not, if you, selfish is not always a bad thing. It can be a good thing. You can need to be selfish from time to time. Being selfish allows you to allow yourself some time. Some time. Being selfish allows you to allow yourself some time to do some new things. You know, work on that heart, that mind, the body, and soul. Work on the physical as well as the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. You want to work on the physical as well as the emotional, mental, and spiritual. You really do. It's been 12 minutes. There's a lot of light out here. I like it out here. I might come back out here again. I'm in a different area. And look, I guess I'm going to have to call on Stefan because Stefan been gone about 2 weeks. And he be like he need a break. I understand. You need a break from these apps sometimes. But he need to come home and say hello. Oh, like Stefan, you can at least say hi. He'll be back though. He'll be back when he's ready. Stefan says he has to take a break sometimes from social media. I don't blame him. Yes, someone told me the same thing, to take care of myself, and I'm going to start. Yes, like look, take care of yourself. You know your obligations, and you know that you know your responsibilities as far as taking care of family. You know, and we tend to do that first without even thinking about it. You know, but sometimes you don't even realize that you need a little break. You need some rest, or you need just something to rejuvenate you. Sometimes it may not even be that you need rest, but go and do something totally different. Go have some fun. Kind of just like rejuvenate, replenish your mind, your heart, mind, body, and soul. You know, do something that doesn't cost a lot of money. And then again, if you want it to cost a lot of money, hey, let it cost a lot of money. Because it's all about self for a little bit. It's all about self for a little bit. You're just taking a little time. Because you know you're going to get right back to doing the things you need to do to help take care of the family. You know that. So I want you guys to look at the legs move, watch the legs move. Hopefully you have been motivated and encouraged to get up and move your legs. If you have not done so already today, it's okay. You can get up and do so right now. All right? Walking seems to be this big craze right now. So get up and walk. If you don't want to walk, you can skip, you can jog, you can run. All right? If you can in your area, you can go hiking. You can go skiing. Now, skiing won't be free, but you can do it. You can get on your stationary bicycle at your home, your treadmill, your walking pad, your elliptical, okay? Your mini stepper. I don't really advise mini stepper for cardio per se, but it's okay. Help you build those calves, get those calves stronger to help you walk longer, right? The mini stepper will help you to get those calves stronger so that you can walk longer. Hey, Spiky. Lakeitha says, you're so right. He's been gone longer than me. Let me see. Yeah, someone told me that, okay, he's been gone longer than me. Yeah, he has. Stefan has. He has, Lakeitha. Hey, Spiky. Welcome to the chat, Spiky. How you doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. I hope you had a wonderful week. And I hope that all of you are looking forward to a wonderful weekend. Again, treat yourself. Treat yourself. You deserve to be treated. Even if you are the one who has to do it, okay? If you're the one who has to treat you, get up and treat you. Lakeitha says, hey, Spiky. Get up and treat you. There's nothing wrong with being the one to treat you. Okay? Because sometimes, it's just like with everything else. If you don't do it, who will? Sometimes that's a question. It's almost rhetorical, right? You have a mini stepper? Yeah, get on that mini stepper. And it can help with your cardio if you have the straps, and then you can kind of loosen up on the tension and go kind of fast on it. But I love increasing the tension on my stepper, and it just kind of helps those calves. Really helps you to get those nice looking calves, to make them stronger, so that you can stand and work longer, or do whatever you do longer. You can stand and have fun longer. So yeah, I just gave y'all about 10 ways I do it every day, right? 10 to 12 different ways you can get up and move. Get in some cardiovascular aerobic activity to help that heart and those lungs, all right? To help your heart and your lungs. You want to pull in some O2 by breathing in deeply and letting it out. Take a deep breath in. Pull in that O2, pull it in. And release that CO2, that carbon dioxide, and other waste, okay? Take a deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release, okay? It's just like when you go to the doctor. When he says take a deep breath in, that's what I want you to do. Throughout the day, when you just feel a little bit tired, the same way your body has to take that yawn, take a deep breath in, get in that O2, pull in, deep, deep, and then breathe out, let that diaphragm come back up, let that CO2 out, let that carbon dioxide and other waste out. Let it out, let it out, let it out. Let it out. Yeah, I'm talking about the weekend. I don't have any plans for the weekend. I know that some people will be watching the Super Bowl, or are we supposed to say like the big game on Sunday? If we're supposed to say the big game, YouTube, I'm sorry. Some people will be watching the big game, right? They'll be watching the big game. Some people have decided to protest the big game. They're not watching the big game, and I understand. The NFL at one point claimed that they were making strides towards inclusiveness, diversity, and equality. So they decided to remove a sign against racism because the president is going to be there. Now, if you have to remove a sign, a positive sign about racism because of one man, then that right there tells you in itself, you just erased all the work that you started a few years ago. You just erased all the work that you started a few years ago. All those strides that you made, you just slapped all of that in the face by removing that sign from the end zone. Because if all things were fair and equal, you wouldn't have so many incidences of stuff happening that wasn't supposed to be happening based on a person's race, creed, or color. So the NFL will have people who now will not be watching because of that. And honestly, I don't blame them, because there are other ways to protest that people just can't really do, as far as not shopping certain stores and things like that. Some people just can't do that. They say that they just can't. They have to shop. They have to, they'll be more mindful of the things that they're shopping for. But not watching that Super Bowl is one that a lot of people can do. So since they think that all things are equal, let's see if enough people neglect the Super Bowl this year, and we'll see what those ratings do. We'll see what the ratings do. You have people of color laughing about U.S. aid being basically demolished. But that same person, one of them that I know, will get on here right now and beg for money for their son, their adult son. That's crazy. That is crazy work. People over here in these other places and other countries need food. It's like famine. And something we've been doing, hey, he can't blame this one on Barack, because we were doing this under another Republican president. He started it. And now you got somebody who basically never started out as a U.S. citizen, demolishing it. Me neither, Lakeith. I'm not watching. It took me a long, long time to kind of get a little bit comfortable with them after the way they did Colin. Took me a long time. And the only reason I did is because they made so many strides to, you know, to do things better. To do things better. They never truly really gave him another shot like they said. But they made so many strides to kind of do things better. And now because of this one tyrant, I don't understand the fear that people have. I don't care all this stuff about him being a king and all this stuff and not leaving office. No, luckily we have somebody with some sense, the courts. All of them may not be ruling the way we want, but a lot of these courts are shutting a lot of that crap down that he's trying to do. Okay, so when it's time for another election, my thing is, all you people who are so afraid of this man, what it is they're not afraid. They like what he's doing. And there's a few in the bunch who don't like it. Now they're afraid. What are you afraid of? Losing your seat in 2026? Well, guess what? You can always run for it again. He can't run again. He can't run again. Sorry about that, y'all. He cannot run again. He cannot run again. So why are you so afraid of him? You're not afraid. He's doing exactly what he wants to do, which is what you want to do. The things that he's doing is what they want to do. Because there's a certain population afraid of becoming a minority. They're afraid that their voices won't control everything. Their voices won't control women. Their voices won't control people of color. They'll have to share in the wealth. Can we take their money? No. They got 100 years worth of keeping people oppressed, financially and in all other ways as well. But you have some people who claim that they're of color. One in particular claims they're of two colors. Two melanations. Cheering this mess on. But yet they get on here on social media accepting and begging for money. Not just accepting and begging for money for themselves, but for their family members. I'm like, what? Are you serious? You're on here begging for money or talking about somebody's got a car in the shop and all this kind of ish. Can't even afford to get that out. But you over here cackling like a hen, like a rooster. She's cackling like a rooster. Chickens cackle, but she's cackling like a rooster. Cackling and laughter because USA is basically being demolished. You got people who are going through experimental treatments right now. Their experimental treatments can't go through because you got somebody who was born in South Africa, but he was of the right complexion, over here dictating to people where our money should go. Our money go a lot of places that it shouldn't go, right? Has been doing that for decades, hundreds of years. And you got some of these lunatics happy, cackling. They barely have a pot to in and a window to throw it out of themselves. And they're happy that countries, mostly affected Africa, won't have the funds from the USA that they have been normally having. Treatments. Right now, people going through treatments. They can't finish them until they decide to release those funds. They said Head Start wouldn't be affected. Head Start has been affected. Head Start, their money is frozen right now. And I don't care. I don't know what happens to this video, but nah, I ain't too happy with a South African having access to our stuff. I don't give a riff-raff how much they watch us anyway. Maybe they do watch us anyway. We already know that they watch us anyway. Everything we do, everywhere we go, they're pinging your location. And if you open a bank account, the government has access to you. You have a social security number. That's why you have a social security number, because they want access to you. So, I mean, how much more access do you want? See, we got a person who's good at making up lies. And apparently good at folks drinking the Jim Jones juice. And they're okay with him doing that. I'm not. And there are a lot of people aren't. And it's going to be, it's just time for a certain group of people to start fighting the way they fight. Dirty. You got to fight the way they fight. Dirty. We got organizations being torn down and ripped apart at the behest of one man. One man? I mean, what is Congress so afraid of? Even his own party, what are they afraid of? He cannot run again. He can't run again. Lakeitha says, yes, they like what he's doing. Yeah, they like it. I'm so glad he can't run again. I'm so tired of looking at him. Okay, Lakeitha. I thought about it. I said, well, hell, if this is the case, I wish he had won last time. They would have had to remove his ass out of there. If he had won last time, they would have had to remove him out of there because they're going to have to remove him now. So this message here is to both parties. You better find somebody who's not afraid to stand up to him. Because after so long, a lot of this stuff he's doing is going to start to affect them. It already has. The only people this is truly, the things that they're doing, the only people that it's truly not affecting are billionaires, millionaires, billionaires. So some of these uppity people who think they so happy to have put him there, which of course a lot of us still think that Muskie had something to do with that. But see, Democrats didn't run around crying about something being stolen the way they cried. They cry when they get defeated, and when they win, they don't know how to treat people. Hi, Ezra, how you doing? Welcome into the chat. I don't understand why so many people are afraid of. Exactly. He cannot run again, Lakeitha. It blows my mind. Like, what are y'all afraid of? Stand up to him. Stand up to him. What are you afraid of? Apparently, y'all want him to be your king. You got regular, everyday people aren't afraid of him. Why y'all afraid of him? Half of them, Lakeitha, are afraid that if they buck against him, I think a third of the Senate and all of the House of Representatives are up for re-election in 2026. So his side, those who rock like him, the few who do still have a little bit of sense, they're still willing to put up with the bull crap because they want to be re-elected. See, when these people, they should have term limits, because once they get re-elected, they get addicted. They get addicted to sitting in a seat. And the only thing that makes them think, well, maybe I should do better or do right, is when so much bad is being done that people say, well, okay, we'll get you up out of here. See, what's going to happen is, right now, they're thinking people are all for him, right? Just like the first time he won, he had both seats of Congress. He had both houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate. That 2022, he lost them. So I'm thinking 2026, he'll lose one of them, if not both. Because he just got started. Right now, he's sitting like, hold my beer. He's just getting started. So what's going to happen is those who are so afraid right now, because they feel like if they don't rock with him, they won't get reelected in 2026. So what's going to have to happen is when they see that people are like, okay, so those of us who thought he was going to bring down the price of eggs, those of us who are conservative but can't really afford to be for real, we're mad now. So then they're going to get booted out. But with Musty in the picture, having money and access to everything, he'll make them win by an overwhelming majority. He'll make them win by an overwhelming majority with Musty in the picture. That's why I say the other side, they're going to have to start fighting just as dirty. They're going to have to start fighting just as dirty, because right now, the only chance that this country has for some civility is the judicial system. The judicial system. Because they're cutting down a lot of and putting pauses on a lot of the stupid crap. He's doing things as if he was a king. So when it's time for them to pick their nominee, like late 2020, I'd say mid 2027, they start talking about it, late 2027, before they have primaries in 2028. What are they going to do? Are they so afraid of that man that they won't pick a nominee? They won't have a Republican nominee because in their minds he's truly going to be their king. So what the other side has to do is pick up the ball they dropped and fight dirty. Fight just as dirty. Right, must help him. Yeah, he do. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. And I know polls, I really don't ever trust polls, but sometimes polls are a clear indication of what's going to happen. Sometimes not, and sometimes they are. And this time, with all the people that backed the opponent, it was a clear indication that she was going to win. And that's why Musk started backing him so much, kind of at the last minute. And earlier in the year in 2024, he wasn't all over the place hopping around like a crazy lunatic, trying to act like he's some young college kid or something. But toward the end, when they thought, oh, well, because, you know, they were kind of mad at Biden or whatever. They thought, oh, well, she might have a chance. Notice that's when he jumped in. That's when he jumped in. But see, Dems are not so crazy that they're going to storm the Capitol. They're not so crazy that they're going to run around and talk about it all day. He can't get his work done. Well, he can't, his destruction, because he's not working, he's destroying. But in the midst of all of his destruction, he's still focused on trying to make us think that January 6th didn't happen. He's still focused on this revenge campaign. Joker, you were impeached twice. So did that not happen? Are you going to erase that? People who worked for you, you're removing their security. Why? They worked for you. They were on your team. They didn't turn on you. They just knew you were stupid. And they had some degree of humanity. So I'm so seeing these poor people. I'm so sick of seeing them talking about, oh, he's going to do this and the money was going here. How do you know? You listen to a liar. How do you know? Lakeitha. Okay, Lakeitha. Okay. So I'm not the only one that's looking crazy and cross-eyed when I look when I look at the TV. I'm not the only one looking like what's going on when I look at him. I'm not the only one looking like what's going on when I look at him. So they're afraid, some of them, not afraid of him as much, but they don't care. They're willing to make the sacrifices that are hurting the young, adults, and the elderly. They're okay with all that happening, just as long as in 2026 they get to keep their seats. Yeah, he is. He's scary looking, Lakeitha. He's scary looking. And at this point, I dislike him so much, I probably wouldn't be scared of him. I probably want to... Give him that kung fu chop, that karate kick. He has no empathy. None. And I'm like, so y'all really thought all this stuff that these people were telling you in this agenda 47 in the Project 2025 wasn't going to happen? You really thought that? Or you really thought that you were going to be okay? See, some people were so focused on immigration and getting people out of here. When if you want to look at it like that, how many truly started out here? You're getting rid of some of the ones whose ancestors truly started out here. So I ain't got no dog in that fight. It is what it is now. So if they're here and they're here legal, leave them alone. But if they're not, then they have to do whatever they got to do. I do have a degree of humanity, And my thing is, if they have kids over here, if you want to call them anchor babies, guess what? European women come over here to have babies too. Since they want to talk about things that sound kind of far-fetched, European women come over here to have babies too. In his establishments. Because they're afraid. They are afraid. They're afraid of becoming what? What they've called us all this time, the minority. We're not minorities. If we are minority, we sure got y'all scared. Those who don't believe in fairness, equality, inclusiveness. I have so many white brothers and sisters that I respect to the utmost because they're just like the ones my great-grandparents, my grandparents were around. They weren't with the bull crap. They weren't with the bull crap. They recognized differences and knew that differences were a great thing. They recognized differences and realized that differences were a great thing. And they helped in the fight. They helped in the fight. Yeah, need to leave those people alone. Most of those people's ancestors was over here freely, came back and forth across that border freely. And then they keep talking about the crime. So black and white people don't commit crime? Black and white people don't commit crime? I don't see them trying to send anybody back to Africa, Italy, Sweden. So they didn't commit crime? It was just just Hispanics or just the Mexicans? That's it. Those are the only people over. So you get rid of all those people, you send them back wherever you send them to. And all the crime in the United States is just going to disappear, right? All the crime is just going to disappear. See, you got a lot of people that look like us talking ish. Keep talking ish. See, the ish is good. It's cute to talk ish until it starts to affect everybody. If they could do that to a group of people, which group of people do you think will come next? While y'all sitting around here kissing his eye, he ain't loving on y'all and don't love you. And some of you are getting things taken away from you right now, and you don't even realize it and understand it because you're so focused on talking about you ain't helping another group of people. You ain't got to help them. Nobody's begging you to help them. If you look at a lot of things I've seen, they're saying, no, don't y'all help us because y'all can't even stand together. So, okay, Lakeitha, I probably got to fix my family dinner. I hope to see you soon. Take care. Thank you, Lakeitha. I thank you for coming in. Thank you for having a conversation with me so I wouldn't be just in here by myself. But you know I don't mind being in here by myself. I'll just tell it what I tell it. Whoever comes through can hear it. But you know I love you, sis. Thank you for coming in here. Take care of that family. And, of course, take care of yourself. And I'm about to get out of here, too. Because y'all know what I say. Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. And if you find yourself in a misery lounge or a place that you don't want to be because you thought it was cool, you got in there and everything seemed fine, you were watching TV, having you some snacks, and then the sheep that invited you in, they start to unzip those clothing, and you saw wolves come out. Look, make sure that you grab your grip and get up out of there. Don't allow them to come into your space and you get out of that space. All right? So you guys know what time it is. You know what I wish you each and every day. I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. And you know why? Because without peace, there's chaos. And I think America is in a state of chaos right now. But you know, it can get better. It will get better. Because though that person thinks that he doesn't have to leave office, he will be leaving when it's time. And when it's time for someone else to serve, unless these people are so afraid of him, he will be leaving. And that other party, get your act together. Start playing the way they play. Start fighting the way they fight. Okay? That's what's got to happen. You're back, Azra. I'm about to get out of here. I'm glad you came back. I appreciate you. Start playing the way they play. Start playing the way they play. That's what you got to do. Because right now, the judicial system is the only system that has a grain of common sense right now. So stop being afraid, conservatives. Stop being afraid. Well, what might happen? What's the worst? You might lose your office that you're running for. You might lose the office that you're running for. But you can always run again 2 years after that. Stop being so afraid of someone who can't run again. Stop being so afraid of a man who can't run again. I know over half of you guys are just like him. So you're happy with the things that he's doing. And the ones of you who aren't just like him, you're just afraid. As long as it's not affecting you, it's okay. And for the poor people, the people, especially that some of the people that get on here daily, that don't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of, to be on here condoning that stuff. When he starts to talk about your medication and what you will no longer get covered, or the daycare for your kids and your grandkids, maybe just then you'll open your eyes. But you know, some people are narcissistic. They don't like to be proven wrong. They'll reach back in time and blame it on Obama for ending U.S. aid. They'll blame it on Biden. So I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to go home now, Ezra. Thank you for coming back. But I'm about to go. So again, come back tomorrow if you can. I will see you guys tomorrow on the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lines Pride. And again, peace, positivity, and prosperity. They allow you to fulfill your purpose. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity roam, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. And it affects the way you meet your purpose. It affects the way you reach your purpose. All right? Where are you going? Where I sing a Michael Jackson song? I wish I could hear you. I wish I could hear you, Azrael. I'm going to go live one day on StreamYard and let you come on the StreamYard and sing. Let you sing a Michael Jackson song for us. I got to tell Joyelle. I got to let Joyelle know so she'll be there that day. What Michael Jackson song is on your mind right now? What Michael Jackson song is on your mind right now? And I know she's listening. I know you're listening, little lady. Get some new shoes. Get some new shoes and stop going out there in weather that you really shouldn't be out there in, trying to prove a point. Get you some new shoes and stop going outside in weather that you should not be in. Weather that 20, 30, 40-year-olds should not be in, trying to prove a point. And I mean that with all sincerity, because I know you're listening. Because that's the only reason you went outside yesterday, is because you've been listening. Stop doing weird and crazy things. And stop laughing at people when you don't have anything any more than they do. Stop laughing at people and thinking that things are funny that affect people's ways of living. Dangerous? You sing Dangerous? Do you sing it on your channel? Do you have a short or a video? Can you do it on a short for me? Can you do it on a video so I can come and watch you? So I can come and listen? Maybe you can do it that way. And then we can watch you. We can share you out. Joyelle can see you. I can see you. We can share you out. So go sing it. Make a short. I don't know. You know what? I don't know if they'll let you do that. I think they will. I don't think they'll copyright you. I'm not sure. I don't think they'll copyright you for singing a song. I'm not sure though. They might. So I don't know. You might want to check on that. Before you do that, check and see. Yeah, you might want to check and see. Oh no, my video is always not good and dangerous because I always force my voice to sing a high-pitched song. Uh-oh, you be screaming. You force your voice. Don't force your voice. Don't force your voice. Save your voice. Save your voice. You'll get it. But I'm about to get out of here. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you that came in here today and spent some time with me. Because you didn't have to, but you did. You could have been anywhere else, and you probably were. But you still spent a little time with me. Because what do we do over here? We multitask. We multitask. And I walked today in professional personalized disclaimer that I forgot to tell you guys. Don't do anything you see me do or anything you hear me say over here in Lines Pride when it comes to health and fitness. All right? Some people are licensed, certified, and registered. We've studied. But we don't get those through the social media apps. We get those through hard work and dedication from school. So we have to make those disclaimers. Everybody else whatever. They do what they do. They just throw a disclaimer out there because they think it's cute, or they repeating something they hear somebody else say. So, but those of us who are licensed and registered and certified, we need to do that, because you never know who will hear your message. 1, 10, 20, 100. You never know who your message will be disseminated to. Okay. So don't do anything you see me do or hear me say over here. All right. If you do so at your own risk. Don't do it without what? Contacting, consulting, talking with, communicating with your primary healthcare provider. Be that your general practitioner, your medical doctor, your CRNP, your certified registered nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, which is your PA. If you've had any injuries in the past, you're a physical therapist, your occupational therapist. All right, your psychologist, your psychiatrist. All right, your fitness coach, your weight trainer, your whoever in the gym. Them. You don't have to tell them all of your business, but you need to let them know if there are things that you shouldn't be doing. Okay? And we know that what? For many of us, half of it is in diet and nutrition. Okay? Diet and nutrition. And also what? Emotional and mental health. Your emotional and mental health. Right? Don't forget to do some brain stimulating exercises. Okay? Brain stimulating exercises as well. They say that your health is your wealth. I say that your health and your fitness are your wealth. All right? Remember that. Your health and your fitness are your wealth. So get up and move and keep moving. I've been saying it over 2 years. Keep moving. All right? Consistently, and be persistent about it. And I want you guys to look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. All right? Hopefully that will encourage you, remind you, and motivate you to get up and move. But not only your legs, move those arms, okay? Move those arms. Walk with a purpose. Walk with a purpose. Whether your goal is weight loss, mental release, emotional, spiritual release, all of it boils down to fitness, to your health and fitness. Your health and fitness are your wealth. That's what we say over here in Lions Pride. We don't take anybody else's words and play word games and put, wordplay on them. That's what we say. Most of the stuff we talk about, they're just nuggets. I need you to research anything you hear me say, anything you see someone in my chat put in the chat, research it through reputable sources. Don't just listen to us. Don't just listen to people. Because again, those of us who are certified, are licensed, are trained, we have to get continuing education every couple of years, okay? Because information changes, research changes, okay? That stuff changes. So we have to be refreshed, okay? So imagine somebody out here without a certification, without a license, without a certificate, trying to tell somebody what to do. Those of us who have that, we have to be careful and mindful, because the research changes. Something that they said is good to do today may not be good to do next month. Something that's good right now might not be so good then. Something that they said we couldn't do last year, they're saying, okay, you can do it this year. So be mindful. Be mindful. When you haven't been trained, educated, done clinicals, internships, be mindful of what you're putting out there. Be mindful. Be mindful. Over here in Lions Pride, we do not professionally, medically, or clinically assess, diagnose, treat, or evaluate. We drop nuggets. We drop nuggets. And we want you guys to research those nuggets and talk about those nuggets with your primary healthcare provider. Let me see what Azrael is saying. You're going live tomorrow and you're going to sing? Well, we're going to have to catch that then. Oh, no, my voice is always not good and dangerous because... Okay, I saw that one. But I can sing a song, Human Nature. I just can't stop loving you. Okay, do that then. You going to do that tomorrow, Azrael? Are you going to do that tomorrow? I'm going to have my notifications on. So I'll be waiting. I'll be listening for you. I'll be listening for you. Have a good night, Azrael. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.